You can't train like a bitch and think you can fight like a warrior. It's just not how it works. If you train in a vacuum and think that you can go into combat or you can go into a life and death situation where you're fighting for your life, for your family's life, for a bunch of innocent people's lives behind you, you're fooling yourself. If you think that you can walk into a range that's air conditioned with fluorescent lights and your crappy cup of coffee and go and do your drills where you stand there and you just punch paper, tiny little holes, and that you're going to be ready to go to downtown New York when somebody's running over people in a vehicle, when somebody sets off a bomb in Boston, where you're at a Christmas party and somebody walks in and just starts shooting everybody, then you're deceiving yourself. You have to train like you fight. Train like you fight. It's that simple. The more you sweat, the less you bleed. I like blood in my body, so I'm going to sweat a lot. And that is my approach to training. Everything comes down to how much sweat, how much hard work you're putting into the preparation for that moment you're going to have to fight for your life. In that moment when you fight for your life, it's not going to matter what you do then and there. It's going to be a lot of millions of little decisions that have led up to it. How much you've been training, how much you've been shooting, how much you've been eating, have been eating the right thing, have been sleeping. All of those little tiny decisions are going to contribute to your success or your failure. The loss of your life and the loss of who knows how many people behind you. You got to be ready for that minute. You have to be ready for that moment. You have to be ready for that opportunity to stop evil. So what does that look like? That looks like jacked up hands. That looks like dirt in your face. That looks like box jumps. That looks like sprints. That looks like replicating physiologically what it feels like to be in a gunfight. It's not easy, but it's not hard. You know, all you got to do is you got to get your heart pounding. You got to get breathing. You got to get dirt in your hands. You got to get blood in your hands. You got to get sweat in your face. You got to get dirt in your face, because that's what it's going to be like when you're in a gunfight. Stress inoculation. That means you are adding external stress to your body while you're trying to do a given task. It can be as simple as this right here. This is a pro timer. This stresses people out. This beep right here, that sound, anybody that shoots on a regular basis, they hear that, their heartbeat goes up 10, 20 beats per minute. There's nothing you can do about it. Stress inoculation, forcing people out of their comfort zone so they can perform under stress. That's one form, easy right there. Put yourself on a timer, try to get faster. That's just a little stress. The other bits, making your body work, making dirt get in your hands, drawing your gun, and then trying to shoot. Doing sprints, doing push-ups, doing burpees. We come to the range with sandbags, with body armor. With my buddy Mike Simpson, throw him on my shoulder, go do some sprints, grab Blake, go do some squats. Draw, get a sight picture, and shoot. That should be normal. When your heart pounding in your chest, and your breath pounding and expanding and crushing your breathing, when that feels normal, everything else is easy. You know, in the unfortunate events of multiple casualty incidents, you got people everywhere. People have been run over, people have been hurt. Your heart's going to be racing and you're going to be breathing hard. So you got to duplicate that in training. That idea of forcing your body to do work and then try and perform something as finite and fundamentally perfect as drawing and shooting, that is what stress inoculation is all about. So I'm going to grab Mike, I'm going to run down into the target back, set him down, draw and shoot. It's that simple. You're going to have to be moving people that are wounded anyways, so get used to it. Fireman's carry. He's up. And then repeat. Come on. Getting that right now, your heart pounding, being able to draw, have that clean break of the trigger, good follow through, being able to duplicate that at any time. Mind's still working, heart is pounding, I'm breathing hard, sprinting, moving, turning, looking. New target. That feels normal. That has to feel normal. You can do a variety of things. Box jumps. Movement with the buddy. Where are you going? Even if I have to go from where I'm standing to a covered position, laying down suppressive fire, doesn't matter. Those are all forms of external stress, and you have to force your body into doing it so that feels normal. I can turn, move, get my buddy out of the way. Forcing your body to be uncomfortable. You gotta fight for failure. You're pushing yourself to where you're gonna break, so the next time, you won't break there. You can push yourself just a little bit further. Every day, you just gotta get that much better. That's all you gotta do.